Greetings. Thank you all for tuning in to the BZNZ Internet Talk Radio Show. We're so excited and happy to have you here tonight to be with us in our broadcast live stream. Just a few housekeeping chores before we get started and your gracious host comes online. Tonight you are in one of the best places that you could ever be, and for that you should just go ahead and give yourself a round of applause. Real quick, we'd like to give you a disclaimer. The show is not responsible for anything that is said on the show. There's your disclaimer. During the show, if you are vibing with us, you feeling what we're saying, and you would love to just give us a love token, where you're going to see at the bottom of the screen is going to say Cash App Tyron Joe, $ Tyron Joe, TYRENJO. Anything that you can give would be greatly appreciated. A one, a two, or a few. We greatly appreciate it. Also, if you would like to be a sponsor of the program, please go to our Instagram page at BZNZ Talk. At BZNZ Talk, our Instagram page. Also, you can go to our Facebook page at BZNZ Talk, at BZNZ Talk, and we will be glad to work with you. And also, a quick reminder throughout the show, I want to let you know that the likes are free, the dislikes are free, the love button is free, the share button is free, and the subscribe button is free. 5 things while you're viewing this broadcast. 5 things while you're learning and growing. 5 things that is for free, and we would love for you to partake in that during the program. Last but not least, once again, we want to thank you all for tuning in to our program, our broadcast, our live stream, because you are the ones that run the show. Thank you all. Peace. Be blessed.
We gon' talk about it, we gon' talk about it, we gon' talk about it. Situationships and relations. Tyron Joe the host, start the conversation. Too much we gotta learn, too much we gotta learn, too much we gotta learn, too much we gotta learn. BZNZ, Internet Talk Radio. We gon' talk about it, we gon' talk about it, we gon' talk about it. Situationships and relations. Tyron Joe the host, start the conversation. Too much we gotta learn, too much we gotta learn, too much we gotta learn.
You are now tuned into BZNZ Internet Talk Radio, where the relationship talk is the conversation that never sleeps and the payoff is never cheap.
Yeah, you already know what time it is. Yeah, we are live, a pop-up show. So, hey, you already know it's time to talk about it.
We gon' talk about it, we gon' talk about it, we gon' talk about it. Situationships and relations. Tyron Joe the host, start the conversation. Too much we gotta learn, too much we gotta learn, too much we gotta learn, too much we gotta learn. BZNZ, Internet Talk Radio. We gon' talk about it, we gon' talk about it, we gon' talk about it. Situationships and relations. Tyron Joe the host, start the conversation. Too much we gotta learn, too much we gotta learn, too much we gotta learn.
Oh, yeah, too much we gotta learn tonight, y'all. Oh, yeah, come on, let's go. Oh, yeah, come on, keep going, keep it going. Too much we gotta learn, too much we gotta learn. Come on. Come on. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh. Oh. Hey, baby, won't you come my way? Hey, I got something I want to say. Hey. Baby, won't you come my way? Hey, I got something I want to say. Hey. Baby, won't you come my way? Hey, I got something I want to say. Hey. Baby, won't you come my way? Hey, I got something I want to say. Hey. Boy, you can flow off of this. I see you King Dwayne. He said he weak. He said weak. Hey, you can flow off this all night. This that Fetty Wap. Oh. Baby, won't you come my way? Hey, I got something I want to say. Hey. We doubling down tonight. We doubling down. We ain't doubling back. We doubling down. Baby, won't you come my way? Hey. Ooh. Hey. Mr. D. Man, Mr. D. We doubling down tonight. We doubling down tonight. Double down. I think he went and grabbed the Pepsi too. I think he went and grabbed one. Let's go. Baby, won't you come my way? Oh. Boy, that joint right there go hard. They sleep on that Fetty Wap. But first, I want to start off with saying this. Oh. Alright, man. We're gonna let that play in the background. That's gonna be the theme all night. We doubling down over here. We doubling down. What up? Man, welcome everybody to this Saturday night. Welcome everybody to this Saturday Night Live pop-up show. BZNZ Internet Talk Radio. Man, and I am your gracious host, Tyron Joe. Man, we got some things to talk about. Man, shout out to Trail Money. Trail money, man, with that mix. I'm telling you, mix is killer. We're gonna hop right on in. But first, before we do, man, just know real men drink water. You don't drink your water, you can't. Hey, hold on. I'm tripping. Hold on, let me see something. You said real men drink this. Is that Minute Maid? You got Minute Maid. You know, wait. Let me turn this up one more time. Now, since he put the Minute Maid on, let me turn it up real quick. But of course, real men drink water because what? Our ladies need us to be King Kong in the bed. We don't drink our water. We can't use our third leg. Tonight, we came to you tonight for a brief moment to speak about the idea of submission. That's right, just the idea. I looked up the definition, and guess what the definition said? It said a thought or suggestion as to a possible course of action. Just a thought or a suggestion. Not a demand, not a command, but a thought or a suggestion. But here in 2022, when a young single man that is not bound by the government confines of marriage to a woman posts up on his page that you must submit to a man if you really want to have one, or else you're not going to get one, gets all kinds of backlash. Check my page. If you don't believe me, check my page. Posted up today. I'm gonna check my page myself because I want to read exactly what I said. Okay, you know, people say I said what I said. Well, I want to read exactly what I said. And some of the stuff that these women is posting, boy, is ridiculous tonight. I said, greetings, ladies. It's Saturday, but I'm gonna drop something on you. If you don't submit to a man, you're not going to have one, maintain one, etc. You're going to have a world of problems. Here's the question. How can you submit to a man when you have an abundance of masculine energy? I feel that question was logic. I feel that question was valid. We live in a world, 2022, that is filled with social media, a world that is consumed by social media. People can't go nowhere without grabbing their phone and seeing latest updates. People can't even have a conversation without checking to see what's the hottest song, what's the hottest skit, what's the hottest dance off of TikTok. People can't do none of that. And with that, you have lots of social game rules that control relationships today. A lot of people may not want to agree with that, but that's okay. But if they just pay attention to how they approach and go about the dating game, just pay attention to how they approach and go about the dating game, then you will see that they have become accustomed to today's social game rules. The real queens are from Tigray and Ethiopia and Burundi. Well, I guess I might have to go there and find me one. And as a part of being accustomed to the social game rules today, you have women that have extremely high demands, extremely high expectations, but they don't have nothing of value that they want to give to the relationship themselves. They have their hands out saying, give me, give me, give me, but what are you going to give him, give him, give him? They have their hands out saying, well, if he don't do this, then I'm not going to do that. They have this matching of energy type energy, which is really bad for a relationship. They have this, well, ain't no man gonna get this. Well, I ain't gonna do nothing for no man until he do this. But whatever happened to being true to yourself, whatever happened to taking the high road to yourself and for yourself. Um, you're not going to be successful, ladies. I want you to hear me, ladies. You're not going to be successful. You're not going to prosper as long as you're having the matching of energy phase. As long as you have the big mama energy phase, as long as you have the little sister energy phase inside of you, you're not going to prosper. You're going to continue to stay where you at, and if anything, you're going to go down. You're going to decline. The matching of energies must cease. Be a friend and not a twin. No, we're not doing twins. We are doing friends, friendships. You know what I'm saying? We are being true to ourselves, and we're going to be true to them. If they don't deserve what it is that you have to offer, then it's time to move forward. That is the problem with today, is that we stick around and then we began to get dense, we began to dry up, and as a result, you become fearful. As a result of the resentment, as a result of the pain, you began to become fearful, and you move into every relationship or the next relationships by saying, well, I will never do this, I will never do that, because my last one did this, because my last one did that. That is poor in mentality, that is poor in action. Why should you make a man suffer? And for this gentleman, why should you make a woman suffer for something the last one did? You're not going to be able to move forward until you have released yourself, until you have freed yourself, until you have forgiven that person that hurt you, so you can move on to the next. A couple weeks ago, we had a young lady, Wynn James. She was on the platform, and she said that when she doing her journey of going into her femininity, of coming into her feminine side, she said that she went back and called some, if not all of her exes, and she apologized to them to tell them, I'm sorry for how I acted with you, how I responded to you, how I responded to your masculinity that God has given you. I'm sorry. Do you forgive me? Because she wanted to be released of those demons. She wanted to be freed of that demonic spirit of that masculine energy that was taking over her body. She wanted to be free. She wanted to be freed into her feminine side. So let me go ahead and call these men up and apologize. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There is power in submission. There is power in femininity. You just don't know. But the fact that you have allowed fear to take over your body, the fact that you have allowed fear to take over your mind, is really what is robbing you. It is robbing you of moving forward. Well, who submits? This was somebody wrote yesterday. Who submits to boyfriends? Let's go. Let's go to the definition of submission. To freely submit your will to fulfill the will of another. Hello. To freely submit your will to fulfill the will of another. I think what you should key in on tonight is the word freely, meaning that it is not forced, it is not coerced. It's something that comes because you have a natural appetite to do this. You have a natural desire to serve. You have this natural desire to be a helpmate. We read in the scriptures, we see that God, he made man first. And then after he made man, he said he felt it was not meet to have Adam be by himself. So therefore, I will make him a helpmate. Hello, help me. You get what I'm saying? Are you tracking? I got that from my boy Myron Golden. Are you tracking what I'm saying? He made him someone specifically to do the job of a helper. A helper. So so the helper has a job, and then the header has a job. Header and helper. Header. Header. Header and helper. Hello. Come on now. We want some talk back action here tonight. I don't know if anybody in the chat room. Shout out to the two uh shout out to the two people that's watching on tonight. But I need you all to really grasp what's being laid down. Shout out to the chat room. Well, or shout out to the two people that's watching. He made a helpmate, meaning that when she was birthed, when she was created, she had the natural appetite to serve. Here's the question. I might put it in the chat right now. Question is, the question is, ladies, do you have a natural appetite to serve? And according to the responses, I already know the answer. Hold on. Do you? A natural appetite to serve. Uh-oh. I'm not I'm not even spelling that right. Hold on. Watch out there now. Oh, we got somebody in the somebody. Oh, what we got going on? Somebody back here talking. You said they are bred to serve. I mean, I don't see too much of that these days in 22. Hello. I don't see too much of people being bred to serve. I I just see, I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. There's a there's a comment that I'm going to read, and it's almost as long as a book, but I'm going to read this comment here in a few because it's going to pretty much show you the cognitive dissonance that our people really struggle with today. The inability to understand, the inability to focus on words, and the inability to reason. uh screws loose screws loose if you catch what I'm saying. Let me write this real quick. All right. I should have saved that. But yeah, that's the question. Do you have a natural appetite to serve? Oh, I hope somebody answer that. I would love for someone to answer a lady to answer that question tonight. Please do. The women from Burundi are fact checked and Ty Gray. Well, I mean, we talking about right here in America. Why aren't they bred to serve right here in America? Come on out. This is the problem. This is the problems that we face today, 2022 here in America, especially as King Dwayne, and he'll be in to speak on this pretty soon tonight. But especially as King Dwayne, he speaks about all the time how people rush to get those marriage license only to be faced with the fact that their wife has sided with the government. He gonna speak on it, but that's just what it is. Get carrying around that marriage license and marriage certificate. You have allowed another man in your home. Yeah, anywho, let me read this. And that's the thing. Now I'll put it like this: the scriptures say, scriptures talk about the threefold cord that cannot easily be broken. Who is in the threefold cord? You got the man, you got the woman, and you got God. That's a threefold cord that can't easily be broken. But when you have man, woman, and the government, that cord gonna get broken up so quick it'll make your head spin. But cognitive dissonance. Let's see. I don't even want to read this comment over here. Let's get to the cognitive. Oh Lord, let's get to the cognitive dissonance. Let me see. Did I block that comment or did I? No. Did I hide it? What I do with it? Let me see. Oh, there it is. There's the cognitive dissonance. There it is. All right. This young lady, she wrote, "Child." She was speaking to another young lady in the thing. But she wrote, she said, hold on 1 second. Yay. Oh, yes, I love that. Okay. Oh, girl done blocked me now. Hey, Dwayne, old girl done blocked me. I am so happy. Old girl we was talking about earlier, she done blocked me now. Hey, hold on. I gotta celebrate day. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, oh. Baby, won't you come my way? Hey, I got something I want to say. Hey. Hey, all right. Man, I had to celebrate for a minute. Oh, Talk about a person that don't know how to shut up talking to you. You like, hey, you need to stop talking to me. They still just keep going. Like, oh, catch a hit. There's a reason why I bidded you a good day. That means I'm done talking to you. And she has now blocked me. I am so happy. This is great. All right. Let's see. The obsession is that they can't plow down women and expect her to behave. What's funny is they want submission up front without even showing they are worthy to be submissive to. Stop right there. I don't know where she get that from this post. This young lady is going off of something that was probably said long time ago, or something that was conjured up in her mouth, in her brain long time ago. Thus, the cognitive dissonance function that is in her brain right now. Two misogynistic males. Oh, so I guess she's talking about me and King Dwayne. Okay. The man is asking of the house. The man is king of the house, and women must bow down to him. His word goes. Even if he is dead wrong and headed to disaster, he wants sex on demand. Wife can't be too tired. Wife is to be seen and not heard. He must dominate. Cognitive dissonance. Where do you get any of that in what was said on the post? This was all conjured up in your brain, ma'am. Screws loose. As they are quick to call a woman who speaks her mind or is assertive masculine. Cognitive dissonance, ma'am. Screws loose. Stop right there. A woman that speaks her mind and is assertive is not necessarily masculine. A woman that speaks her mind in a way that is still being respectful is appreciative. It's great. But if you're that woman that's speaking your mind, don't care what you say, how you hurt people's feelings or whatever, whether you hurt men and women's feelings, you just don't care. You're going to be you. You're masculine, ma'am. And like I said in previous comments, an overabundance of masculine energy is what is considered to be a man. You are now a man, ma'am. Let's go to the next. What she say? Submission cannot happen unless there is trust. She has to trust the man is going to take care of what she needs. She'll gladly give up the reins to a man who handles business, and not just financially, but let them tell it. A woman should submit simply because she's a woman and he has a penis. See, this is what I'm talking about. I don't think she do. Yeah, D, I don't think she do. You asked, do she believe in God? I truly doubt it. I doubt if she believe in God. I mean, you can clearly see in her comments she don't believe in God. Uh, she said, but let them tell it. A woman should submit simply because she's a woman and he has a penis. That's the dumbest statement a woman can ever make. Well, that's the dumbest statement she could ever make. All right, let's go to this one. It's really simple. Cause yeah, this was like a book this girl wrote. It's really simple, but they make it difficult. Want a woman to submit to foolishness, submit to her right into abuse, homelessness, low self-worth, and the ability to think for herself. Stop right there. If you had the ability to think for yourself, then you would know that man probably might run you into homelessness, and then you just don't date that man. You just move on to the next man. That lets me know again there's a problem in cognitive dissonance. Screws are loose. Let's keep going. They want nothing more than a woman to depend on them so they can treat her however they want to. They want multiple women, but she better not look at a dude. They feel like women and men aren't the same. Stop right there. We are not the same. Okay? We are not the same. If you want us to break it down, we will. But at the end of the day, we're not the same. There was a young lady on the show about a couple weeks ago talking about 50-50. And I asked, I said, are you saying men and women are 50-50? She's like, no, it's not 50-50. I was up. That's why we're not equal. Because we're not 50-50, then we can never be equal. But let's keep going. When in fact we are all humans and deserve to be treated humanly. If he can, she can too. Stop lying. Stop the lies. If he can, she can too. So you're telling me that if a polygamous man can have multiple women, you telling me as a polygamous woman, you go, well, that's not even a word, but a woman that dates or have or married to multiple men, you can handle that. This young lady that wrote this, her cognitive dissonance is like at an all-time high, and her emotions is right up through the roof. So I know she can't even handle one man. How could you handle two? Let's keep going. It's a long book, y'all. Please bear with me. You know what? After I get through this book, I'm gonna hit that track for you one time to calm you down. All right, let me see. They feel like, hold on, where we at? They are obsessed with humbling strong women because they just can't handle a woman who refuses to be treated any old kind of way. Again, that's a lie. We can't handle a woman that refuses. I like the fact that you use the word refuse because that's exactly what many of you do. You all refuse to go along with the plan of the man that you say that you want to be with, the man that you say that you're going to trust, the man that you say that you're going to marry and do all this. Even after, for some of you all, even after you have married that man, you still don't want to submit. See, here's the thing. A lot of you all, it would really be a good idea if it'll really be a good idea if we just took a camera one day. And it ain't got to be a camera. Just walked around and followed a lot of you women. Oh my God, I'd be willing to bet money if we just walked around and follow all of these women, King Dwayne. If we walked around and follow all these women that say they are a bad B, they this, they in control, they all that. If we was to walk around and just to follow them to see what they do in a day, we'd be amazed. We'd be amazed. We'd be amazed at how they live their life. Let me see where we at. Where we at? Where we at? They are also mad at women who are independent. That's their arch nemesis because she can take care of herself without a man. Stop right there. Those are the same women that say, I can pay for my own stuff. I can pay for my own food. Then when you put it to the test and say, okay, go, excuse me, I'm sorry. They say, oh, okay, go ahead and pay for your own food. They the same women that's gonna go on Facebook and clown you. This nigga didn't even pay for my food. Well, you said you could pay for your own. I don't know, D. I know this. I'm gonna say this though. This young lady that's right there. She's a miserable, pathetic young lady, and I've been trying to pray for her, you know what I'm saying? Pray that God will release those demons. Cause she got a lot of demons. She got some demons like what's her name? What's that woman that sing in that metal group married to Will Smith? She got a lot of demons like her that's floating around in her. So, you know, but let me finish reading. They blame her for the downfall of the community and don't even recognize that it was he that made her. That way, by abandoning her, abusing her, leaving her to raise kids alone, and forcing her to do what she has to do. Independent women were born out of necessity because men failed her. He failed to protect her. He failed to uplift her. He failed at being a foundation for her. And now he's mad at what he calls. Now she's masculine for standing up for herself and refusing to be a doormat. She ain't bowing down and they mad. So with the cognitive dissonance young lady that wrote this, she's saying that she's the way she is because of a man. Now, okay, so she's saying that she has masculine energy. She has the big mama energy because of a man. Now, you know what? I'm gonna give her partial credit for that. I can clearly see that a man has hurt her. But what did I say at the beginning? Is that if you continue to allow other men that you date to just float by or to just leave you because you have not healed from the last man, you got to seek that forgiveness. How you gonna get you a real man and you still hurt because of what another man did? That don't make no sense, do it? It's just the perpetual cycle keep going on. That's why I say the young lady is miserable and pathetic because she's going to still be this person. She is still going to be this person 10, 20, 30 years from now if she do not seek help. Oh yeah, I said after I got through with that, I was gonna let you I was gonna play that for you so you can chill out. Right after this, we're gonna bring in the panel. Baby, won't you come my way? Hey, I got something I want to say. Hey, hey. But first, I want to start off by saying this. Hey, let's bring them in. What the fellas got to say tonight, y'all? Oh, hey.
Bro, that's raggedy. That's raggedy, boss man.
Oh, I see somebody sporting the shirt tonight. Okay. Somebody got the shirt on tonight.
Well,
Ah,
I really didn't want to get too bucket naked there. I didn't want to get too bucket naked, so I did like Bernie Mac, and I decided. Hey, as a matter of fact, I decided to brighten up my eyebrows a little bit. Are they bright enough?
oh, the
I
bad
mean,
boy
cause
is
see that.
right.
Cause see, that's the closest I'm gonna get to being white. So I mean, I might as well brighten them up a little bit there.
I thought your daughter.
Hey,
Hey, why don't you do what your daughter asked you to do? She said, go get that rinse.
well, see, I'd like to do that, but I don't want the women falling all over themselves, man. I got a hard job as it is, man. Just beating them off as I walk down the street. I can't even go in the store without some little young scallywag trying to hook up with the brother, so I stay in the car all the time.
Hey, the way, Mr. D's daughter told him he should go get him a rinse at the beauty salon on his eyebrows. Get him, get him black. I
Hey,
said, man, I said, if I see him come up on this screen one day with a wrench, man, I'm like, hey, whatever we talking about on the show gonna be over with, because I'm gonna be clowning the rest of the night. Like the show, hey y'all, the show over with. This man got a wrench, y'all. The show. What y'all got?
hey
What y'all
man,
got for me tonight?
who's that girl, man, that's right now let yin yang?
Just go to the post. I tagged you in it. Just go to the
Oh,
post and you will see all the crazy. I got blocked by 2 women today. I'm really excited because I've got blocked by 2 women today because they couldn't handle the pressure. They couldn't handle it.
well, it's like that movie that Tom Cruise was in. Said they just can't handle the truth.
Yeah, they can't. I'm really excited because this is what I've really been wanting for the longest anyway. Some of the same women that come over there saying the same stuff. I'm like, why do you keep coming? Why do you keep coming over here? I'm like, if you don't like it, leave. And they leaving. I'm so glad. Leave.
Well, see, they only gonna be gone for a little while, and then they gonna run back.
Once you block me, that's a route up that stuck there. Do not come back asking for a friend request because you're not gonna get it.
Hey, man, I was telling you about the true queens. I'm pretty sure King Dwayne probably done looked it up and found out that as I was checking out some stuff, the true queens are from those two countries I was telling you about in Ethiopia. Burundi, the women are trained and bred up to be submissive to their men. You don't have to take my word for it. Fact check it. Find it out on YouTube or either go to Google
Oh,
/Burundi women.
I totally believe it. I totally believe that. I mean, because I believe on really our American women, especially American black women, they're the ones that really had a problem. I totally believe that.
Because see what didn't happen is they didn't you heard of young men getting institutionalized where they just can't stay out of jail. They got to keep going back. Well,
Yes.
see, American women are the same way. They have been bred to believe, I don't know where they got it from, but they've been bred to believe that they can be equal to a man. And that's why when I hear a woman say, I don't need a man, I can do anything he can do, I run from them because I think they about ready to whip out a 6 inch on me.
Hey, that just might happen.
I'm weak.
It just might happen, or it might be a Subway sandwich. You never know.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that's
might be one of them big old Super Bowl subways, one of them 5-footers on me.
huh.
He said the 5-footer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. What's up, King Dwayne? How's it going, boss man?
Man, it's all good. What's up, Mr. D? Did you
Well,
get that?
I'm sitting up here trying to get a ear transplant because my man T, he's singing so good, man. He just hurt me, man. I'm just in there crying, man.
Hey, that beat was fire though. I can't even lie.
Telling you that beat on point. That's that fatty wop. That's that
I
fatty wop.
I forgive
What
him. D. I can understand him getting loose with the beat. I can forgive him.
Well, see, I was out there battling with David Ruffin the other night, man, and I
Yup.
thought I had him running, but I'm gonna have to get T's autograph off of that singing tonight, man.
I had to sit through him singing with David Ruffin. And David Ruffin, that's one of my favorite temptations. That's one of my favorite
well,
songs.
well, my boy always hit that note and say, "I ain't too proud to bag."
Ain't too proud to beg.
But now, see, I'm one of them guys. I won't beg. I'll just get out on my knees and plead.
That's what the Temptations did. I know you want to leave me, but I refuse to let you go. I don't want to beg, plead for your sympathy.
Man,
Yeah, man. But I mean, the girl that wrote that stuff on the post, man, she's really having some emotional problems, man.
She really
Whoever,
needs she needs therapy. She needs to be diagnosed. She should be committed, and she might need medicine to really
well,
get through the pain.
Well, see what that is see like the songwriter said your man is Pee Wee Herman and Big Daddy Long Stroking. Somebody long stroke to hurt that girl, man. She all messed up.
And that, and that's the problem. Some of them really don't. Some of these women really. It's a reason why God said that you need to be a virgin before you know what I'm saying, before you get married and start having sex, because some of them really can't handle the long stroke. It's like once they get a taste of the long stroke, they are tainted forever.
Well, you know how it is, man. I try, I threw away my book a few years ago, man, but I'm well aware of how a brother can have a woman sitting on the porch wagging her tail saying, "When daddy coming home?"
Most definitely. Most definitely. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I've been victim. I've been a victim of, of making a woman, I mean, messing a woman's head all the way up. And it's not easy. I'm quite sure King Dwayne, he done messed up some women's heads that he had to go to the altar and like, God, I am so sorry that this woman keeps calling me, keeps popping up on my doorstep like this. I told her it was just for tonight.
Well, see, I know I can tell, man, by the way King Dwayne be throwing them scriptures out. I can tell that he been out there and ain't no telling, man. He probably messed up so many women head, it's ridiculous. Boy, I'm telling you. they,
Ah,
they probably got a bounty out on him right there.
man,
Find me the king. Find me the king.
you got you got you got more you got more women messed up. You got more women messed up in the head because they can't get a taste. You know,
That's what I'm
they
saying.
they they they
They
they
didn't already had a taste, and now
it,
they want
it,
more.
if they know any of your, and a lot of them, if they know any of your exes and they see how they act, they want to prove they can act better, and what you do to her, and blah 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 blah, because they wanted to get a taste and get up out of here.
Yeah, that one little scallywag. She said she likes a lot of meat. She want to be able to run.
Man,
Yeah, the reason why she said that. Now, I don't even know who the chick is, but the reason why she said that is because it was something she picked, and it wasn't something that picked her.
Right,
fact,
right.
And
yes sir.
that's where a lot of women, that's where a lot of women get themselves all jacked up and messed up in the head, man. They go out and pick the dude instead of letting the dude pick them. And I
Right.
can tell, man, I can tell by the writing that you was reading, Mr. T, that that chick right there, she don't believe in God. No, no,
She
no.
don't. She don't.
Nah, she can't.
You know,
She got some cognitive dissonance. That's really seriously going on, like a mental illness. That's really
there's so many poor women that need some help, doc. I just can't help them all, man. Somebody send in the reserves. I can't help them all.
Hey man. Well, the thing is, the song was very plain. It said, "Don't save them; they don't want to be saved." So, you know, I ain't trying to save
That's
none.
yeah,
You,
I'm telling you, man. It's really wild, really, really wild.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because they're trying so hard to prove this equality mess, and by the time they get, I keep telling folks that from even when you think about the stuff that I explained about the government and the state, uh, a lot of these women that want to battle you so bad to prove you wrong, and some of they little young tail, some of them 10 years, 12 years younger than us, then been with us, and that they still thought they was smarter than you. They want to outwit you. Look, I've had a head start like a mug on you. I've been working over 20 years since I was 16, from the time I was 16 years old to now in my 40s. You can't outwit me. You don't know more than me. Now, in the areas that you might that I might want to give you a pat on the back about this, that, other, cool. But if I've clocked the hours in this life, if my knees and my back and all my hands have been put into the plow from 16 to 41, anybody can do the math. They know that's plus 10, 20 plus years. Go ahead and sit down, mama. Quit talking smack. Learn to accept some wisdom. Learn to accept that somebody actually, why a lot of these motherfuckers get in their emotions and want to hold up fists talking about black, this, that, and get mad if you go to another race or whatever. it's funny how all day I had a brother once say they got three archetypes. They're feminists, globalists, and at the last resort they come back to the black people and want to be a racialist. Nah, you want to play in all these groups, you want to be in all these indoctrination cycles. Like I tell people all the time, think that you got more control than you got because you got a little divorce and you got the custody of the children. Tell the court you're gonna take them children. Tell the state you're gonna take them children out of public school and just pull them out and watch the problem that you have. And they're gonna show you who owned the children. You don't even own them. You think you do. You think you do because you're getting a little money because you got child support or whatever. But you're a pawn. You're in control. You're being controlled by somebody, and you're so dumb that you'll destroy your man and everything else. But then when somebody is actually submissive to the order, you know what I'm saying? You got a problem with it. Oh, she's a pick me, or he must gotta control her mind and all this different stuff. Now, some people just know the order of things. You know what I'm saying? And what is proven is that from elementary on to college, all that, these jobs, they've been indoctrinated with Babylon's mess. And so they wanna bring their like I heard you saying earlier about she's talking about how, just because I word it this way or talk like that, I'm just speaking my mind. It's not bucking against. No, you could be acting like a little sister and be smart alecky and try to be slick with your words, and you could be trying to test a man. And I've heard many women that admit it. I have to test them every once in a while, and I have to try my man every once in a while because that is a thrill for them. So this is why I say all the time, man, you got to pay attention to little things that are clear that a person's trying to drain you, distract you, wear you down, so you can do whatever it is they want you to do.
Most definitely, most definitely.
You know, the the thing that bothers me, like I say, I'm 300 years old, and the thing that bothers me with most women is they so busy listening to their friend who done went through 25 men in 7 days and gonna tell them how they man is supposed to treat them. And the poor ladies don't have enough scruples to understand she done went through 25 men, so it's got to be something wrong with her. How come the men ain't with her? What's going on? And then
I
they
tried
and
to tell
then they
somebody that the other day.
yeah. I mean, they do that, and as soon as she dropped her good man, that same chick that was telling her, girl, you need to do this, you need to do that, that same chick is waiting right around the corner to see her put his bags out, or get the word that they no longer together. And she's sitting right there. Oh, yeah, I'm getting them scraps. I'm getting them scraps. See what I'm saying, man? Some of these women don't, really take time to cherish what they got until it's gone. And when it's gone, they'll go out there and pick up some dude that'll treat them 10 times worse. And Lord help them if they got kids. He will road dog them kids something awful.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely, and that's what we face with today. D is this social game rules of 2022. People really treat this as a game. Let me it was another young lady. I really don't want to read her comments. She the one that she one of the ones that blocked me, but she came over to the post trying to I guess trying to have a hidden agenda, asking me questions that I thought she really didn't know the answers to. And then she said something about, well, I put stuff in quotation marks because that's not the true definition, your so-called definition. And I'm like, what? And she said that a woman can have over abundance of aggressive masculine energy and still submit. If that's the case, I don't want it. I'm just saying I don't want no woman. I mean, Dwayne, have you really heard a woman that has like an overabundance, like a big mama type energy, like a rough voice type energy? I've worked with plenty of women like that,
Fact.
and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
and these women got husbands, and I'm like, man, how can her husband sleep in bed with her like that? I'm like, I don't like no woman with a rough voice. I've had women like that with rough voices, and you know what? I got up away from them real quick. I dipped up all. I'm like, man, let me get away from you because I can't be with you like that. I can't be
Absolutely.
with you like that. Your voice really throws me off at night. I can't kick it with you, man. I got to go.
Facts.
So she said that they can most definitely. And so I asked her where she get that from. She got offended. Talking about, and I said, well, if that's what works for you and your husband, because she let it be made known she married. I actually know the chick. Me and this chick, we actually went to college. We went to IU together. Used to sing in the choir together. And that's something else that amazes me. I'm like, I never go on some of these chicks, really a lot of these chicks, I never go on their page. I see the foolishness that they post. I don't say nothing. I don't write type nothing in that foolishness that they post. You know what I do, Dwayne? I do what I'm supposed to do, which is just keep scrolling. But it amazes me how they tend to make their way to my page. And when they feelings get hurt, they feel some type of way. But that's why I'm really happy that young lady and then the other young lady that I told to just, I bid it a good day. I'm so glad they blocked me because this is how simple and easy it is. If you see something on your timeline that you totally disagree with, either you can choose to ignore it or you can just block it instead
Facts.
of coming over to a person's page with a hidden agenda and using your big mama energy to try to strong arm. Just leave.
But see, you know what?
Problem solved.
It's the draw to the energy. Like I told you before, it's the draw to the energy, and the fact that the boys have something going on in their room. The boys have something going on in their room, in their space. I want to be in there. You know,
Right.
this started from childhood, bro. This is something that grow up in them, and then like Mr. D was talking about earlier, something I caught you saying earlier. Just people show signs that they've had many rods. I've learned over the years how to catch the things that come out of women's mouth that let you just know, like, dude, you've had so many rods. It's not even worth dealing with you because nobody wants to accept the fact that that's masculinity coming out of them right there. You can't have that much. Oh, I can have multiple men because if men have multiple women, number one, you ain't the same. The Bible don't even call you the same. So the fact of the matter is, with your makeup and how much DNA going up inside of you, it could actually how in one sentence, Lord Tyron, can they acknowledge that a man's semen or this that other a certain man mess with you can throw off your pH balance, but then you're gonna accept a number of rods up in you talking about you can have multiple fantasies because you thinking about Bill, you talking thinking about old boy Gates and the foolishness that he was talking about these past couple of days. So now all these mothers want to come out and admit these fantasies. They want to come out and admit all these fantasies,
Talking
but
about Kevin.
yeah. And
What
this
what
dude,
Kevin say?
man, dude, you gonna see me scrutinize it at some point of the night. But this dude then said and did a show with Lil Miami, I think her name is, and he didn't talk about having a sexual encounter where he didn't did something, shared a girl with his cousin, and talked about all this little goofy stuff he done did, and these females all in the comments. I done screenshotted and recorded all of it.
They
These
they
mothers,
love they love they don't they
yeah,
love it, don't
they are all in there just admitting in a group that low key that is fantasies and this that and other. Y'all sick. Y'all sick, bruh. You're sick. And then they say things like, "Oh, well, we don't want nobody to judge us and this that the other." Well, it ain't about judging. It's about the fact that you cannot deny that your father is the serpent, just like the Bible says, and just like Mr. D always talk about. Your father is the serpent. That's why you got that mess inside of you. And it takes your man. There's always supposed to be a man moderating the home. Always. It's
always.
always meant for a man. A young woman's first lord is her father. So that's something that Mr. D can continue to go into because I know he always talk about how her father, Eve tried to be slick, But he made it clear. The scripture said, your father the serpent. And you're supposed to submit and honor your husband even as the Lord. That first honor as the Lord is supposed to start with your father. You always have a covering and protection through a man, starting with your father, and even until when he passes you to your husband. That means that you always have that covering to get to God. You always have
Here's the
that
question,
channel.
Dwayne. Here's the question, Dwayne. Why is it whenever I post about submission or you say something about submission, the first things that come out of a woman's mouth is, I ain't submitting to any man. I ain't submitting to no fool.
Because
Why?
they're gassed up, bro. What do I always say
You better
about
get you somebody London.
what do I always say about the American dream? The American dream versus purpose. When you think about purpose, purpose is way different than some career, some ambition, some American dream that everybody trying to get over to America. America is it's not even a country; it's a corporation. They capitalize off this off us more than anything. You are literally a debt slave if you have a job. If you're being taxed, whatever, you're a debt slave. They're going to make just all this money they sent over to Ukraine. They gonna always give money freely because they know they're going to earn it back off our backs. We pay the debts. That's why they always talking about they in some debts, because we paying it. Whatever they do, whoever they give money to, they can sit up here and be ready to shut the government down when it comes down to making us be good and giving us something every month and making sure we get back to balance. But when it comes down to something going on in another country, you button your nose in other people's business. And that same spirit is over here. You got tons of people who worry too much about other people's stuff and they demons inside. And then you think that see the thing is, you never can fight the makeup of a man or a woman. Yes, obviously, all women ain't gonna act like the baser nature, but women have a nature. All men ain't gonna act in their baser lower nature, but they all have a nature. And
Right.
that's the thing that a lot of women like to fight, that they have a nature. The nature was exposed in the garden. Ain't nothing changing from that. That's why it don't matter if you're a stud, whatever, you still gonna have that cycle. You got a nature. And the way to prove the nature is when somebody like Kevin Gates can have an interview, and then you go in the thread in the comments, everybody talking about he talking that talk. Yes, oh my God, he talking that talk. Y'all some
that
scallywags. Yeah,
ratchet scallywag.
just all in the comments joining up together because they feel like, ooh, all these girls in here think like me. I can be myself. When most times they'll try to lie and hide.
I'm gonna
And
tell you, that's what gets me. That's what gets me though, with women. I'm not even gonna say men, but what get me with women is I hear this a lot talking about, it ain't nobody's business who I sleep with and do all this with. No, it ain't nobody's business. But the question is, why you sleeping with them? You know what I'm
facts.
saying? If you know there's about to be a one night stand, if you know that you trying to settle down, that your ultimate goal and objective is to settle down and to be with one man, to be with a husband, to have a husband, and to be his helpmate. But in the meantime, until you get him, you ought to just sleep with all kind of men, and ain't nobody's business what you do and all this. You getting a little offensive, you getting a little defensive, man. You get a defensive man by saying it ain't nobody's business. Well, yeah, it ain't nobody's business because what? You are now letting me know that you want to be able to do what you want to do, and can't
Exactly.
nobody tell you what not to do.
Exactly. And another thing is, bro, a woman like Mr. D was saying earlier, they can have they can have about 50 partners. They can have all these sexual partners, about 50 partners, and it could just be wiped away from their memory, and they can act like it never happened.
Mm.
So they want to pretend it didn't happen. But when you start seeing their personality and their characteristics behind it is absolutely undeniable. By the time you get them behind closed doors, it's absolutely undeniable. Like you think about the worst custody battles. If you think about the worst custody battles post marriage and different things like that, imagine those people still together and a woman trying to to dictate and force what she gonna do when this man governs the whole house. See, I can't touch no garbage. That's a man. I'm not about to go out there and bust my tail. Nigga, you didn't provide in our marriage. You couldn't keep a job in our marriage. I'ma end this whole thing because of that. You was neglectful. You was this, you was that. But the fact of the matter, ma'am, if you can't cover and protect that man in the way you supposed to protect, you can't pray and support because it says for better or worse, good and bad, ups and downs gonna come. If you can't stick in there, then you expect to reap your children moving in chaos because you have no covering, ma'am. And it's a lot of scallywag broads running around
Hey,
here
let me
thinking that they
can
could
I
do it.
piggyback off what
Yeah, go ahead.
can I
After you get
piggyback
through, I'm
off
gonna play a
what
video. Yeah, go ahead.
okay, I'm gonna hit you with the why the women get so offensive when you speak about submission. They don't want to admit it, but the reason why the women get upset when you mention submissive is because their foremother was not submissive. And I'll prove my point if you fact check with the tampered with King James Version Bible. When Adam told Eve not to go to that tree, she was not submissive to him because that's why the devil was able to trick her because she was weak and he was whispering things in her ears and she just got all happy with it. That's why a lot of women today, if you check out a lot of women today, you'll find out that a lot of them, even if they don't admit it, they have some of Eve attributes as well as Jezebel. Now, why would a woman, now I'm getting ready to get real ugly, and I'm going to drive real fast so nobody will drive by and shoot me. Now, check this out. Why would a woman want a man to be real when here she is got all that fake garb on her? A woman can be beautiful without all of that fake garb. You don't have to have no rosy red lips with grease all on them. And see, when we do the program and we talk about how women are, a lot of them get offended because you're basically telling them what they are. And Alexander O'Neal said it best when he made the song that said, "You're a fake. Fake eyelashes, fake contact lens. Somebody's horse is running around here minus a tail because you got it stuck on your head." I mean, come on, man. And those women that go out like that, I mean, come on now. I ain't got nothing against women. I think all women are beautiful. Fat, tall, I love them all. But here's the setup. Why would you expect a man to be point blank honest with you off as a fake? You're not showing him you. He's looking at an illusion. And then when you start unraveling, he's like, whoa. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So women need to, ain't nothing wrong with a woman being beautiful. If you take a look at some of them women from across the water, some of them women from across the waters, and I ain't got nothing against American women, but some of them women are of that crap on them. You look at the women from Ethiopia, Burundi, look at some of the ones from Pakistan, India. I mean, they look good and they don't have all that junk on. Most of the women that was down at Patti LaBelle's concert last night, when some of them guys took them home, because they was out, they was out trying to get chosen. That's all they do at Expo, try to get chosen. And, when the guys took them home and they started unraveling that banana, they like, whoa, was I really that high when I picked this one? Oh, my goodness. So, women, you get what you pay for. If you come out phony and fake in the beginning, don't get upset cause the guy ain't what what you think he is. Remember, you
Absolutely.
pick you as woman would have to.
You cutting up, D. Yeah, D cutting up. Yeah, let me go on and play this video.
Whatever he is,
Oh, okay.
whatever it is, whatever he is, or whatever he turns out to be, you the one that picked him. He came and introduced himself. You the one that said, "Come on, baby daddy, let's go." I mean, that's your ball game.
Facts.
And I'm a guzzle this.
Right.
I'm a guzzle these donuts right here at Krispy Kreme. They all up in my nostril, man. These donuts trying to make me fat. Let me go on and eat about 3 or 4 of them donuts.
All right, let me play this video real quick. We'll be right back.
I want you to write the word husband down. We got to be careful with this. I
Well,
was looking
that's
at this
Longhorn
word the other
stuff.
day,
Good like
and I
that.
realized that
Mess
the
around, make
power
people in there
of
and
a
rob
man
them for a
in the
steak.
family is the key to the family. Matter of fact, the word husband is from 2 words put together. Write them down. It's the word house bond. One who bonds the house together. If you are the husband, your job is like glue. You're supposed to glue the whole family together. You are responsible for gluing the family together. You are the house-born. That's why they call you a father. The word father is the Hebrew word Abba. It means source and sustainer. Not just the sauce. You got to sustain what you're sauced. That's my baby. Good. Are you paying for the school of that baby? Are you feeding that child? Oh, by the way, did you know that women are your baby too? God did not take women from the soil. He went inside the male and pulled out a female. That's what I like about God. In other words, the male came out of the male, but he built the male to make it a female. So a real female is a female because she has womb to carry the fetus. You are a female if you got a fetus capacity. So you could break your wrists, wear your earrings, have a ponytail, but if you ain't got no womb, you are a brother. Your job is to sustain your baby. The woman came out of man, not man out of woman. Paul was clear. That means the female in your life is your baby. That's why it's natural for man to call his wife baby. It's in your genes. She's your baby. That means you must feed her, clothe her, protect her, counsel her, provide for her, feed. You got to do everything for her. Why? She's your baby. No, all you want is sex. That's your problem. The house should be bonded together by the house bond. The family is like a business corporation. The father is the president. The wife, vice president. The children, the board members. Neighbors, clients. Now, look at those words carefully. You are what? The president. That means you preside. You don't own or control. You preside over the house. Who's your wife? Vice president. That means you don't act without getting advice from your wife as well. Oh, I'm in trouble now, see? And your children are on what? The board. That means you inform them of what you're doing and why you're doing it. If you're going to bond the house together, it has to be a corporate effort. Management of the home is the greatest test of a man's leadership. What did I say? I can't hear you. Say it again. Management of the home is the greatest test of a man's leadership. That's why the Apostle Paul says, look, if you want to come into God's house and sit in this pulpit, he said, first you must manage your own home well. There's some men who want to build the house of God, but they can't build their own house. There are men who counsel other people's kids but lose their own kids. Some men spend more time with other women than with their wives, and they call it counseling. Y'all don't get quiet on me, because I'm going to walk right down there and talk to some of y'all. There are wives who need to make appointment to see their husband. Is your wife one of them? She wants to see you. You haven't talked to her for months. You are the manager of that home. And this is why it's important for you as a man to understand that the family is your most sacred responsibility.
Wow. Wow. Man. Shout out to the late, great Dr. Miles Monroe. I got something I want to say. Hey. Hey. Man, what y'all think, man? What y'all think?
Man, that's you already know that's my dude. I done
Dr.
seen that.
Miles.
I done seen that many times, man. It's
Yeah, me too.
it's it says a lot, man. It says a lot, and I was talking to a friend of mine earlier today, and she was just commending my passion, and you know, one of the biggest things I've learned is that when you're telling your testimony, and even when you're teaching your children, you have to make sure that people and your children know that you ain't always been some perfect person, that you
Right.
know what you used to be and what it took to get there, and then that way um, they don't have these high expectations, but they understand that they could take their necessary steps. And I'm gonna tell you, I talk about it all the time the way I do, because I know what it feels like to feel like your family was repossessed from you. And yeah, man, it's a big pull and tug at your manhood when you're not in that house. And he said a key thing, something I always talk about, because you I hear it all the time. Oh, be a father. Well, the thing is, ma'am, I got to be in the house. People got to be in the house. So the thing is, once you decide to go and get permission from, because you get no divorce without the state. If they don't say, they don't grant it to you, if your God, your master don't grant it to you, you don't get it. So because you had it granted to you, now you're the father. So when you boast and brag that I'm the custodian, I can do this, and I'm the parent, and you can run all you want to run and don't tell nobody nothing, run nobody past the father. That's one of the toughest things to have to go through. And like I've heard one say before, you tell me the definition of a father. It's you. It's you. You could care less what I tell you. And so that's why it's a good topic tonight to be talking about submission, because people will be in a relationship, don't submit, and then definitely go out of a relationship, and you just see how much of a tyrant and a terrorist that they are, to try to still hold on to that man by using his children against them. And God is not pleased with it. God is never pleased when you play. That's too much Bible that shows that he don't play no games with paternity. He's taking lives over that. He don't play no games with people splitting homes. You got so many women full up in the church that's not widows, but they really think they really think that their quote unquote divorce in court is justified. But ma'am, you're not a widow. And because somebody knows the word and trying to teach you some sense, that don't mean they're trying to bully you to marry them again or force them to marry you again, ma'am. Sorry. You're full of yourself. So again, that goes back to even what Mr. D said. When you can see clearly all the masculinity on a woman pushing and pressing to you, you have to face the mistakes that you made, the choices that you made as a man, and realize we all going to have Pharisees in our lives. We all going to have a Judas in our lives. And any woman that gets up from your table or acts like a Judas at your table, she's not for you. Push her away. Unfortunately, she's to the streets or whatever, but she is not one of your disciples. It's that simple. And I've learned, bro, not to even go back and forth with them. That's what I'm. It ain't even no point to waste your time, because they're telling you we're Pharisees. They're telling you we're Judas. But then you got the mugs that you can clearly see that's at your table. That's who you work with. That's who you deal with. Because you can walk in your lane, be you, teach, and they ain't bucking against it. They embracing it like a mug. And then that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. That's what I get from what you just played. That a man really has to have the right vice president next to him. Because
definitely.
Because now, yes, I can submit to her as a man. But if she trash moving and her only way of communicating, the whole relationship, the whole marriage, you can point your fingers, but every time you communicate, it's like a child. When a child is sitting in the toys and he grabbed everything like this, I used to tell my kids, how you gonna play with everybody holding all the toys like this? How you gonna play? So you set yourself up to look crazy. And when you communicate in your relationships like a tantrum throwing entitled brat, you're not gonna run into the right man, and you're gonna have to divorce the man. You're gonna have to run from the marriage because he's not gonna be a simp. He's not gonna relinquish his manhood for the sake of you. Like I played for you with Chronicles of Judah the other day. He said it's a shame. Men gotta be simps today just to be married. Because you gotta sit and listen to a woman tell you all this stuff she learned in college. She gotta try to prove to you that she got a voice. All this convincing you that I can be equal to you. Ma'am, read your Bible. Because you're not equal. Because if you was, you pick up that garbage and take it out. You pay some of these bills. You take me on an extravagant date and flew me out. If that's the case. But you ain't about to do none of that. But they pick and choose because it's all about being a brat. And that's where the little sister energy comes at. Because the little sister always wanted to be in the room with the big brother. They always wanted to mess with the little brother. Like I told you how my daughters used to go mess with my sons, and I hear my sons, Daddy, they in our room, the girls in our room. And I see my daughters running out laughing. Because it's a kick. And I had to tell my son, don't cry about that. Don't be mad. Girls gonna always want to be in your business. They go always, from your sisters to your classmates, all the way to adulthood. So we got to understand when we having our manhood conversation at our round table and we putting our posts up, we just gonna have to understand. Yeah, it's gonna be some women that come that's really gonna want knowledge, and then you gonna have them little scallywag little sisters and big mama energies that's gonna want to try to throw everything off so they can distract and try to pull the ones who actually got an ear for us. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the type of stuff you have to look for.
And I'm so glad that the ones today blocked me, because that's just it. When you have someone giving so much pushback and everything, and there's a back and forth, hey, there's only a few things that's gonna happen. Either somebody gonna have to stop, or somebody gonna have to fall back. And I'm so glad that they chose to fall back and block me. Like, yes, that's it. That's as simple as that's just how simple it is. Oh, I was about to call on D. Like
He phasing out, like, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm struggle streaming too. I don't know this room they got me in. The internet don't work well in this room. I'm like, man, they can move me to another room. Straight up. They can move me to another one. I ain't gonna even lie. But yeah, man, that's just what is really come down to. We gotta keep the message going no matter what. What did Paul tell Timothy? Teach this, preach this in season and out of season. You know what I'm saying? Even when this ain't the when your message is not the most popular message on the block, as a man, don't be afraid, stand on it and preach it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I got something else I'm about to play. Hopefully by then, Mr. D he'll be back, but we're gonna play this right here.
You better let me twerk. You trying to control me? Oh, fuck that. I can hit you. Don't hit me. Fuck that. The fuck is going on here? The very same motherfucker talking about they goddamn so fragile and afraid. You be the first motherfucker to slap the shit out of a nigga. We in a goddamn game. A black man word ain't worth a fuck nowadays. We got to go to the extreme and kick your ass to get you to listen to anybody. We got to kick a nigga ass to get him to shut his goddamn mouth. Niggas goddamn going crazy trying to get a woman to shut up and let him get a word. Oh no, be quiet so he can get a word in edgewise. How many times you been through this game? Hey, listen, now we're going to have a conversation. Now you respect me, let me finish, and then I'll respect you and let you finish. A man will be like, okay, because that's all we want anyway. Motherfucker, sit there 15 minutes and let her filibuster. I feel and I think and I feel. And I'm sitting there listening to what the fuck your feelings got to do with the truth. But I got to sit there and listen because she set the guideline. I feel and I think and I feel like, and let me calm down because I'm filibustering. But I feel that you just need to listen. Okay. Now you go. Okay, well, let me tell you what I feel. I feel like your feelings don't got nothing to do with the situation. I'm going to interrupt because right there, that's when you being masculinity and toxic. And you just, baby, but you said don't interrupt you. Please stop interrupting me. No, when you said that, I get the right to say this and I don't got to listen to you. I'll be like, God damn. You overgrown, ain't you goddamn a bad motherfucker with 20 degrees? And you just told me to listen to you. I did it, and you running your mouth the first two damn words I say. And then you talking about respect. Do you not know that's disrespectful to cut me off when I'm talking? That is very disrespectful to cut a man off when he's talking. If you are a Christian, in the Bible, it says a woman is to remain silent in the presence of a man. That's just what your Bible says. That's not what I say. Don't attack me for that. The Bible said that. So all y'all with the Bible out in your hand, boy, you motherfucker talking over all your men. We got to talk about feelings and not actually what happened. When you came to me and you asked me that question, I felt like you was attacking me. Well, I really wasn't attacking you. I just didn't know the answer. I was no. Let me finish. So wait a minute. You just said I was attacking you. You want to build a conversation on the grounds that I attacked you. And I'm saying I didn't attack you. I just really want to know the answer to this question. It's a fucking question. It's not an attack question. It's a question. How can my words to you that you can simply reply back turn into an attack? Who taught you this shit? That feminist shit, Jesus Christ, got you thinking you just deserve a filibuster all goddamn day. Hell no. Ugh. That shit drive me crazy.
Those are the worst. And I think I had one of the ones that blocked me today. I'm so thankful. She a feminist. Like, she just won't stop talking, won't shut up. And thing is, I told the young lady, I just said, look, she said something about I'm very dismissive and all that. I said, call me, whatever name you want to call me. But one thing that I do know is if me and you continue to talk to each other, this conversation is not going to end well. She said I was threatening her. Where's the threat? I'm speaking pure facts. One thing I know, if me and you continue to communicate, because you got to keep having the last word and you keep calling me all these names. You called me about 3 or 4 names, man. So that's how I know it's not going to go well after you call me 3 or 4 names and you're still talking to me. If me and you still talk to each other, it's going to be a problem. So, ma'am, I'm going to bid you a good day. Like I've been bidding you the past few comments. I've said, good day, ma'am. You're still talking. Good day, ma'am. There's a reason why I'm saying good day, ma'am. I'm not talking to you anymore about this subject or this situation. We're done. Man, let's see if D still struggle streaming. D, come in, D. I think he still struggle streaming. Yeah, he still struggle streaming. What you got on that, Dwayne? Oh wait, I think he coming back in. Let's see. Come in, D.
Hey, what's up, boss?
All right, all right. What you got? What you got on what you just heard the video?
Well, man, I really couldn't catch it because it was breaking up,
Oh yeah.
and yeah, it was breaking up a little bit, but it's pretty rough stuff right there. I just really couldn't get with it too much. It was bouncing in and out. I kept breaking signals and things.
Yeah, you out there doing that Uber thing, but pretty much what brother Kwame Brown, man, shout out to Kwame Brown. What he was saying was he tried to talk to women, he tried to talk to them and be diplomatic about the situation, but and they began to just filibuster and take the conversation somewhere totally different than what the conversation was supposed to be about from the start.
That's pretty wild right there, man.
Yeah, like y'all talking
But
about something that happened today. Say y'all talking about something that happened today, but then feminists, specifically feminist women, they take it to a whole well, my feelings was attacked when you said this word right here, so therefore I get the right to speak over you.
wow,
Yeah.
that's about like that video where we seen where the dude was telling the lady that her son needs to help out around the house, and she stood up to him. Nah, he ain't doing nothing. That's my son. It's something like that, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, just the overabundance of masculine energy, man. I mean, you can clearly see this young lady, she was, I mean, just had an abundance of masculinity all inside of her. But I get people on my page, they talking about, it don't matter how much masculine energy you get, you can still submit to a man.
Hey, I'm gonna have to catch up with you, man. We breaking up here.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah, when it come down to it, man, they was just talking a lot of yin yang because in so many words, they just wanted to be right. And they're not trying to come on there and have to admit, Lord Tyrant Joe, you right, sir, you right. They're not gonna do that, man.
And
They,
thing
they got
is, I extend welcomes, I extend invitations to these women all the time. Come on the show and talk to me about this.
they
Like,
don't want that
you know what I'm saying? Like, I know we may not be in person, but I will drop the link and you can come on the platform and talk, and we gonna talk. Well, scared. Even men. I
because
I tell men to do it. Men won't even take the
facts.
link. I'm like, man, what kind of man are you? You say all this stuff on my chat room. I mean, all the stuff on my post on Facebook, but you don't want to say a word. You don't want to come on the platform and say something.
Because it's just the spirit of little brother and little sister. That's all.
Mhm.
We want to irritate you and be an issue for now, but when it's time to get the spotlight and say something, as masculine as you claim you can be and submit, you don't want to be masculine and come on the board. So, what's the point of doing all the extra stuff? Got all the energy to type and all that, but you can't use your voice. So,
Mhm.
when it come down to it, man, it just be you have to understand, you're gonna always be fighting spirits and A lot of these women who have tried everything they can to prove I can lay down with as many niggas. You got really women that have done everything to prove. They've laid down with as many men as possible to prove I can do it and be okay. But yet your mind is off. Your mind is all the way off.
We're gonna play that next, but go ahead.
Yeah, everything is proven that your mind is off. You know, your DNA, your little structure is just off because you've mixed with too many people.
Mm-hmm.
Your womb has never been meant the way a woman is made up. That's why the scriptures talk about defiled versus undefiled, deformed versus versus not deformed. Your womb was not meant to just be sharing a lot of Negroes' DNA. No matter how much you want to try to act like that, you can try to, it's my truth, it's my life, okay? And it's going to be your sanity too. Because you be the main one confessing in your own stories and your own Facebook and your own reels. I'm a little bit of crazy. Nah, you know, you confess that devil going to come out of you and tell the truth.
Full blown. Full blown.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Mug need medication.
Yes, sir. That's why they don't antidepressants so much now.
Yeah, that wine.
Yep.
You remember? No, that I don't even want to say no.
Nah, she can windmill around the other way. We ain't worried about.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We're gonna play this video right there, and I might have another one. And after that, we're gonna call it quits tonight. But let's look at this.
Plus, food fight. The customer chaos inside a Lower East Side restaurant. You won't believe what workers say sent them into a fury. Good evening. Thank you for joining us at 6. I'm Natalie Pascarella.
And I'm Chuck Scarborough. Workers say they are terrified to return to that Manhattan fry shop after rowdy customers attacked them over the price of sauce.
Yeah, you heard that right. The wild scene unfolding right around 4 in the morning Sunday at the Bell Fries on the Lower East Side. You see the customers there, 3 of them hurl the glass bottles, a stool, and other items at the employees. 2 of those employees were hurt. News 4's Mark Santilla live outside the restaurant with the rest of this story. Mark.
Natalie and Chuck, Bell Fries has been closed since the attack. The co-owner telling us he has 6 employees. They're all scared to come back to work because they're traumatized and scared for their lives. Chaos inside Bell Fries.
Look at that, just mask.
You're hearing the store alarm wail. Employees paralyzed by fear after they say these customers became enraged and violent when they were told there's a charge for extra dipping.
Okay, let me ask you, King Dwayne, do you see abundance of masculine energy right here?
I sure do.
All right, let's keep going.
And I got a question for you. How do you protect that? How do you protect that? We're gonna leave that right there.
I answered the question earlier. I'm answering now. You don't.
French fries.
Thanks.
You wanted extra sauce, they didn't want to pay for it. The extra sauce is actually $1.25, $1.75. And this started from there. The minute they told them, hey, you have to leave. Once they say you have to leave, they jumped on them. 20, 30 bottles broken, thrown at microwaves, computers broken, the store disaster when I went there. Everything is a mess.
This woman throws what looks like a can at employees. Then others climb over the counter. They whip bottles of sauce at employees. A stool gets thrown. They rip down the pandemic plastic barrier bolted to the marble, but it's not over. They heave metal objects and destroy computers. Laughing and clapping, the restaurant is torn apart as a group watches, recording on their phones. Exclusive new video shows employees trying to take cover during the attack. 4 days later, and employees want no part of coming back here.
6 employees we have, we all make a living through that store. We're talking, they have no other jobs. Seriously, they're devastated, they're afraid, they can't, and one of them still doesn't want to leave her home, don't want to get hit. She has a son. She fears her life.
This small business co-owner spoke to us on the phone. He did not want his face shown or give his name, but he did want his message heard. He says Bell Fries here on Ludlow Street, open right before the pandemic, endured and served the community throughout COVID. They were just getting back on their feet when this happened. He rushed to help to find his store wrecked, then visited his injured employees in the hospital. Now he wonders, what's next?
I'm thinking again, is it worth it? Is it worth to do anything in New York City anymore?
3 women were arrested. They're all facing several charges tomorrow. They're set to stand before a judge. We're live on the Lower East Side. I'm Mark Santia, News 4 New York.
Wow.
Hey, your boy Chronicle's gonna probably end up talking about this. You know, he from New York.
I hope he do. I hope Chronicles do. I mean, this is really just crazy, man. I mean, these women got enraged over 75-cent dipping sauce, or however much money dipping sauce, and they wrecked this man's restaurant. And Dwayne,
Thousands.
you had wait, say it again.
Not that you do this over $1.25 for sauce, and cause hundreds of thousands of dollars of damage to the point they got to keep it closed. Ridiculous.
And you asked the question, how do you protect a woman like this? You don't. I
Yep.
mean, I'm almost at the point of saying, well, no, I ain't gonna say that, but you don't protect a woman like this, but you put a woman, you kind of get a woman on the ground like this. Like, if you catch my hint, I know if I was the manager of that store, you know, hey, I'd be swinging right back at them.
Yep.
I mean,
Absolutely.
you're not gonna tell my store. So, and they better hope I don't have a gun or anything, because I'd be shooting. I certainly would, because at this point it's a life or death situation where it said the workers was hidden locked in place. They was women workers, and them women they throwing canned goods.
Yeah,
Not
once
only
they
that, they said they was in the hospital. He had to go to the hospital and visit them.
facts, and it's kind of one of them things where it's like, if you're a fan that comes onto the ice in hockey, or you're a fan that comes onto the field in football, or you getting your butt tackled hard, and we ain't playing with you. All these streakers, they run on the baseball field. What happened? They getting their butt beat. You know what I'm saying? So once they pulled that COVID-19 barrier down, that plastic barrier, the one who lawyer talking about she gonna be vindicated. Once she pulled that mess, once she had the nerve to pull that down, and they get that backed up behind the counter, it should have been all go from there.
I'm telling
Should have
you.
been all go. Yes, sir. Because that's life now.
Yeah, it was life or death. You didn't tow my restaurant up, and now you're trying to attack me. You're trying to kill me. So therefore, since you're trying to kill me, I got to get you before you get me.
And it's like, what's in you? People keep talking about they could do whatever, but I guarantee you, them females probably laid with I don't know how many cats, and they mind off. You can't tell me your mind on point like that. Your mind all the way off to do some foolish stuff like that, bro.
Most definitely. Let's I got another one. You might like this one. This might be a little familiar to you.
What we get to, what we screwed up. Oh, straight up.
At our equestrian Airbnb, and then I can sell you a house, and then you can decorate your house with some of my paintings from my gallery.
Oh, she a hustler.
And then when you're sick of your spouse, visit my husband and get a divorce. And then we can do it all over again.
I tell y'all, this is getting crazy. I mean, just straight blatant with it. This woman, talk about a cash pot. I mean, everything is like this. He just broke down the game in 20-some seconds. Wow. And I don't think anyone says it as good as my bro does. Shout out to Will My Craven. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel, Will My Craven. But he said, I've been saying this for years. The marriage that requires a marriage license is all about profit. Everything in it is about making money off of you. The government knew this when they started the marriage license.
Mm.
To make matters worse, to make matters worse, most won't catch the last two sentences stated. This woman doesn't care about your marriage. It's all for money. Why? Because I keep telling you all the marriage is sold on love. Facts. They sell you on Walt Disney. They sell you on the fantasy. They hope that you walk around talking about, I'm in love. And you got people asking, finally, these days, you got people asking, how is it you talk about how much you love a person, stand in their face and make these vows, but it turns off so quick for you to go and accept divorce? It's crazy. That's why, or that's what makes rascals do it repeatedly. It's talking about the fact that all marriage is sold on love when it comes down to, monogamy and all of that. That's why people crack me up when they're so standoffish about when the subject of polygyny comes up and they have no idea they're in a polygynous marriage with the state. That's what makes rascals do it repeatedly, lacking the true knowledge of what marriage is for.
Hmm.
It for darn sure isn't for love. Rascals need to be untaught this nonsense, and he's speaking facts.
Man, I'm gonna stop it right there. But yeah, I totally agree, man. And it took me a while to really understand what Will was talking about this marriage thing, man. It's like no, getting married for love is not, that ain't it, because the government don't care nothing about no love. They want to know how much money you have in your pocket. Not only that, it's like I mean, seriously, how can I put it? My car broke down last month, and one thing I hate, one thing that I dread, it's about three things, two things for sure I know I dread, and that is when my car break down, because I know that's gonna be money. When I get sick, because that's gonna be money, and not only that, you don't even know if you still gonna be better. Same as when your car break down, that's gonna be money. You don't know if it's gonna really get fixed after they done, took your money and said they fixed the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And another one, that is if you lawsuits going to the courtroom, you coming out of money. But they're gonna say, all right, well, especially if you man and you going through child support, well, you need to get a lawyer. Money.
Yep.
Somebody's suing you, need to get a lawyer. Money.
Yes, sir.
And lawyers are not cheap.
Fact.
Lawyers are not cheap. They'll drain your pockets. Everything you done saved up, man, they'll drain them. Take it right up out of you. You think you big man on campus because you done saved up so much money, but you pay a lawyer fee. You like, well, that's all my money I had. I ain't got nothing else.
Yes,
And
sir.
this chick, she said some key word or key phrase. You can do it all over again.
Yes, sir. Yep. You can come see my husband for this divorce, and then start the cycle all over. And yeah, don't get no plainer than that, man, because the ones who are in rulership, even when you think about feminism, it's running through us. It's running through so-called white woman who's following behind a so-called white man. And just like in this situation, I mean, you're getting it right from the horse's mouth. And I mean, you talking about this woman is hustling to the point where she's got every step of the way. She's found a way to monetize it and capitalize off of it to the point where you're advertising that we got the lawyer right here, we're gonna get the divorce, and then we're gonna start the whole thing again because you know love is what it is, right? Love, love, love. And you have people walking around here with these Disneyland fantasies on their brain. When the real purpose of marriage is more like, shout out to my man Kevin Samuel, rest in peace. He always said it's about duty. It's about duty. And these women would be so dumbfounded. What do you mean? Well, I'm a person and all this other stuff. You got to understand what Christ was about, how he moved, what he did while he was here, what he taught, because marriage has never been a man thing. It's a godly thing. And on God's side, marriage is ministry. On the world side or Babylon side, it's money. It's a way to capitalize. And it's the type of reasons why Jesus flipped tables, because he coming in, he's seeing y'all be fools and do slick stuff like this. This is the type of reasons why he flipped tables, bro. Because you're capitalizing. You are literally trying to create a counterfeit for what marriage really is. You know it's spiritual. You know it's a godly thing. But you're going to try to make your version and run it through the courts and run it through the states. And as you said earlier, Lord Tyron Joe, you hit the nail on the head. We are going to allow a third strand that ain't God to come in our marriage and tell us what we're going to do. You willingly, get this, submit it to another God and another master. And a lot of people do it ignorantly, and a lot of people do it because they just know, more often than not, these women, they know the law, that, you know what, I'm gonna do this. And as in the words of Chronicles of Judah, you got to be a simp to be married today, because a woman can literally wake up and say, you know what, I'm done. I think 2-3 years is enough. I don't like this cat no more. And you got to be a simp and take it. You can't do that to stop it if she run to court and they tuck it under irreconcilable differences. It's no fault divorce. So ain't nobody got to prove nothing. It's just, you want this? Okay, it's over. Because it's money for the court to say it's over. They not going to stop it. So at the end of the day, you got to know who you choose. And when women will have the boldness to step to a Lord Tyron Joe and tell you about where you at, well, do you got this and got that? Well, ma'am, ain't nobody bamboozled me yet, so you can't say nothing to me. And we gonna talk about it, because you can't.
Yes, sir.
It don't matter what you gonna say to Lord Tyron Joe. I ain't been nobody's fool, so whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I didn't came close, because yeah, but I'd have been trapped. I had chicks to, just take the condom off. Just take it off. And in the middle of mid-stroke, I'm up there taking it off, and I'm serious. I've been on the side of that bed praying to God, like, God, please don't. Please, God, don't let this girl get pregnant. Oh,
man,
God, please don't. Because, no way. I do not want to be the father, none of her kids. Lord,
no sir.
Lord, no. I sent you a little something to your inbox that should put a smile on your face.
Oh, straight up. Oh, straight up. Let me check it out real quick. Let me see
All right, he
real
about to
quick.
drop the phone.
I got the iPad piece over here with me.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. Oh, I'm weak. Oh my God. Yeah. That's what I need you to play right there.
I said, I'm gonna cheer him up. I'm going to play a little bit of it. That Fatty Walk hard, boy. They sleep on that Fatty Walk, boy. I heard that. I heard that rolling today. I was like, ooh. I ain't know that beat go hard like that. I'm like, I've been knowing that song when it first came out. I was listening to that song, but never really paid attention to that beat like that. I said, ooh, okay.
Man, first time I ever knew about that song was the little juveniles, man. They used to always be singing that around the pods, man.
Yep. My kids, when I was driving the bus, my kids get on the bus. I want to start off by saying this. Hey,
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Dirty Magic have married.
Hey, yes, sir. Yes.
Yep. But yeah, man. It's I'm gonna tell you, man, I love growth, man, to be able to see things clear. I think about the great athletes, the Kobe Bryants, the Michael Jordans, the people that talk about when they went to the twilight of their career and they said everything slowed down. You know what I'm saying? When they was younger, it was like everything was fast paced when they was younger. They had their athleticism, everything was shoot. But as they got older into the twilight of their career, get ready to retire, it was like the game slowed down and they could think the game in slow motion. Where the young cats, they just ripping them apart because they think in the game now. And I apply that to life. How when you get older, when you get to our age, you start to slow down and think life, to really think it. Like you've moved a great deal in your prime of your life. In your physical prime, you've been able to jump all kind of hurdles and do all kind of physical stuff. But now you got another. We're headed to the next prime of our life, our cerebral prime.
Yes, sir.
Where that mind is just, man, we can take it in slow motion and we see things, and we trying to put people on game. And the ones that want to buck against it, just let them buck against it. You know, I had a female friend of mine told me today. She said, King, slow down. Slow down. I know what you're doing, but everybody can't take that like you putting it out there. She was like, take your time. You got a lot of time to teach this. Just take your time. And I'm like, you know what? See, you the type of person that a mug will listen to and be advised by. You know what I'm saying? You the type of person that okay, let me settle myself, because yeah, you see something I don't see. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of a woman that a man won't buy him. You know what I'm saying? I'm driving this car. I can't take my eyes off the road. But what did you see, baby? What do you see, mama? You caught the, okay, boom. That's the kind of navigator you want up there in the front seat with you, bro. Not nobody throwing their feet in the dashboard trying to go to sleep on you. You know what I'm saying? You want somebody that's just, they ain't just going for the ride. They not just sitting at the finish line trying to wait till you get to your purpose. They rocking with you the whole way. And they not bashing you and tearing you apart because you have a few struggles. Like, you got women out here that will do a man bogus because a company fires him. Nigga, you couldn't keep a job. Nigga, I couldn't control that. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, you couldn't do this and that, the other. No, you just don't know no other way to communicate than to operate and communicate through your stress and your tantrums and your entitlement. And you're gonna take that right to somebody else. So better for them. Because at the end of the day, I was listening to Corey Holcomb talk today, man. You got me on your boy. And he was talking about how he ain't going with that contractual. Yeah. He said he don't think he doing no more contractual marriage license. And I said, you know what? I'm right there with you. Right there with you. He was breaking some things down and talking about he ain't never felt better since he got that dead weight energy off him. You walking around here positive, and every time you come in this person's presence, they can't do nothing but be freaking negative. Man, that is a weight, a heavy weight that nobody should have to carry. So people can't grow up and mature to nothing, then you can't be with them. You gotta let them go. It is what it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate it, King Dwayne.
Yes, sir.
Man, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, or if you're watching this in the archives, hey, we was talking about the idea of submission tonight, because it just boggles my mind that people get so upset. Women, especially women, get so upset when they hear the word submission, and it's really nothing to get upset about. It's something to get excited about, and to know that, hey, if I am naturally, freely, not being coerced, not being forced, I naturally do this. The world is mine. What is there to lose? What is there to lose? So with that being said, man, we're so thankful and grateful for your generosity and your support. Hold on one second. Let me get that. Man, if you could donate, if you could donate to a brother, $ Tyron Joe, then I would greatly appreciate it. Anything, a one or two or a few, to help this program to be a success. Please hit the like, the share, and the subscribe button. I would love for you to do that. Even if you dislike it, do that too. That's gonna put us on the block. That's gonna put us on the map. Please do that. Help out. You help us, we'll help you. I got something I want to say. Hey. Baby, won't you come my way? Hey. Don't forget, get you some merch. Get you some merch. Hit my inbox. Hit my inbox. Tell me your shirt, size, all day. We're gonna get hats and stuff too. Come on, we're gonna get hats. Man, we doing it big. BZNZ 2022, baby. We doing it big. Baby, won't you come my way? Hey. I got something I want to say. Hey. Don't forget, real men drink water, because what? Our ladies need us to be King Kong of the bed. If you don't drink your water, you can't use your third leg. I got something I want to say. Hey. Be a friend and not a twin. I got something I want to say. Hey. Do not reason with the season. Live in it, grow through it, and allow it to work in you. Baby, let me come my way. Hey. Remember, don't forget to submit. Fellas, if she not submitting, then you ain't hitting. Come on. If she not submitting, then you ain't hitting, fellas. I got something I want to say. Hey. Tomorrow is Sunday. Do something productive with your life. Love someone. Tell someone that you love them. Give them a hug. Pray for them. Do something special. Baby, let me my way. Hey. We could do this all night. I got something I want to say. Hey. Real men drink water, because our ladies need us to be King Kong in the bed. If we ain't drinking our water, guess what? We ain't going to be able to use our third leg. I'm Lord Tyron Joe. I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get off the line. But Fetty Wap, boy, that Fetty Wap, boy, got a nigga still on the line. So we might rock this all night. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I see my girl Ebony in the building. That's that Fetty Wap. Baby, won't you come my way? Hey, I got something I want to say. Hey. Old girl said that she said she like a lot of meat. She said she want to be able to run a little bit. She said she want a man to make her run. Fellas, can you make a woman run? Well, if you can't make a woman run, check this out. Real men drink water because what? Our ladies need us to be King Kong of the bed. You ain't drinking your water, you can't use your third leg. I got something I want to say. Hey. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tyron Joe. I'm signing off. Man, it's been fun. Tap in on Thursday. We're gonna be teaching about your why. What is your why? Why do you do the things you do? Why do you exist? Why do you want to be in a relationship? Why you don't want to be in a relationship? We're gonna talk about that. Your why. What is your why? I got something I want to say. Hey.